Hello, I'm Bill Gates, Chairman of Microsoft. In this video, you're going to see the future.
Now, why the heck did I buy an Xbox One X just a few months away from literally the next gen gameplay? So first, let me start off by saying this. The first console I've ever owned in my life was the original Xbox One. I played so many games on there, I created so many new friends on there, I played Halo on there, even this one game that really stuck out to me, Gauntlet Dark Legacy. If you've ever played that game, leave a like because that game deserves so much recognition. But anyway, back then I was basically the biggest Xbox fanboy there ever was. I think I've even owned an Xbox shirt at one point. Yeah, let's not talk about that. And then came on the Xbox 360. I had it, I loved it, until the red ring of death. That got fixed. Everything's good, right? Wrong. Boom. E74 error. If you guys know the E74 error, well, if you guys don't know what it is, it's basically your Xbox gets so hot, it literally cooks inside, and the CPU and the GPU literally pop out of the motherboard. And the only way to fix that problem after warranty was either, well, get it fixed by Microsoft, or you can do it yourself by wrapping your Xbox in towels and leaving it on for about 30 minutes until it gets blazing hot enough for the metal to literally fall back into place. And then you turn it off, let it cool, then it starts working again. Very archaic, if I may. So basically that did work, but it kept happening again and again and again, and that was around the time that the PlayStation 3 Slim version 1 was coming out. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try PlayStation. And then I got the PlayStation 3 Slim version 2, then I got the PlayStation 4, then I got the PlayStation 4 Slim, and then now right there, I don't know if you guys can see it, right there, I got the PS4 Pro, and right off camera is the Xbox One X. So basically I went from being the biggest Microsoft fanboy to being the biggest Sony fanboy. And so why did I get the Xbox One X? It's because I kind of want to give my honest thoughts about the console, because up until now, anytime I heard the word Xbox, I wanted to puke in my mouth. But now, since I've kind of been playing with it for the past 12 hours, a lot has changed. And then plus, whenever I do get the Xbox Series X, it'll be nice to kind of compare the One X to the Series X. Microsoft, great names. So if we're comparing console versus console, PlayStation 4 Pro up against the One X, which one do I like better as a console, as you know, as a piece of hardware? So in my opinion, the Xbox One X looks a lot better than the PS4 Pro, at least in person. In pictures, it doesn't really look like anything, but in person, it looks like a really nice console. It is a lot smaller, it's more powerful, and more quiet than the PS4 Pro. Like a lot more quiet. Like I thought it was broken. It was so quiet, I thought it broke. If you are a PS4 owner like I am for the past, like 10 years now? More than that, maybe? Yeah, a little more than 10 years. You know how damn horrible the PlayStation 4 user interface is. The UI is so incredibly laggy on the PS4. Why? Like, you know, whenever you're playing a game and you get a trophy or an achievement, you know, on Xbox, but on PS4 they're called trophies. So I would be playing a game, I get a trophy, boop. So I click the PlayStation button to see what that trophy is about. Then it takes like a minute to load. Like, bro, I don't even want to know anymore. Go away. I just want to play my game, you know? Meanwhile, on Xbox, the second I click on the achievement, it pops up and lets me know what it is, like, instantly. But just browsing throughout the user interface on the Xbox, it is so much smoother. Everything just loads basically instant. Not always instant, but like a hell of a lot faster than PS4. So, I mean, I really hope the PlayStation 5 nails the user interface, because that's the first thing you look at when you start the console. So as I've said, the PlayStation 4 Pro is so much louder than the Xbox One X. Like when I was playing Warzone on the One X, it honestly it wasn't loud. Like I heard the fans, they were spinning, but it was just like a normal kind of, like you would expect it to do that, right? Bro, on the PS4 Pro, it sounds like it sounds like I don't know. I don't know. It sounds like I'm torturing the poor console. It sounds like it's crying inside. In fact, I didn't do this, but I might as well do it now. Here's a quick sound comparison of 20 minutes of gameplay on Warzone, Call of Duty on both consoles. After 20 minutes, listen to the difference. It is massive. So, yeah, I'm going to turn on Warzone for 20 minutes on the Xbox. And we're going to see how loud it is. Hopefully it stays silent, because that would make me a liar if it gets super loud. So after 20 minutes, basically, this is the sound of the Xbox. I mean, I don't know. If you ask me, that is basically silent. So we're at 9 minutes, and I'm actually going to stop now, because what it is at right now is the loudest it'll ever even be. So have a listen. So this isn't really surprising. If you look at the PlayStation 4 Pro, there's not many air vents. like you got, like it's a triple stack, and in between the three stacks there's two lines. That's where the air vents are, but they're small. And that's it. There's no air vents on the bottom of the console. They're just basically on the side, and that's it. You know what? I'm actually double checking if there is air vents on the bottom. There isn't. So the air vents are literally just on the side of the console. Meanwhile, on the Xbox, since it has like this double stacked layer, there's pretty much air vents everywhere, bro. Both the sides of the console has a lot more air vent holes than the PS4 Pro, and the actual bottom lip of the console itself has air holes, and then the entire back of the Xbox One X is basically nothing but a huge freaking sheet of metal that disperses heat. That's why it can remain so quiet, because the fan doesn't have to work that hard to move that air. Look, I'm not even kidding. This entire side, air vents. Ugh, Jesus. This entire side, air vents. This entire back, there's the air vents right here, right? On the bottom, this lip right here that goes all the way across the entire console and the sides, air vents. There's air vents everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's just air vents. And this is why this thing is so quiet. And it looks so much better than the PlayStation 4. So let's talk about the graphics of both consoles. The Xbox One X, I keep wanting to say Series X. The Xbox One X is a lot more powerful. And the difference is there when you're playing games. You can... How do I put this? So if you're playing a game, you're not going to notice a difference. You're going to need an amazing eye to see the difference. But you will see a difference if you do a side-by-side comparison. Like, for example, like on YouTube, or where people compared Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. The difference, as you guys see, is massive. But in practice, you can't notice the difference, because you're not playing on two screens, right? So you don't have nothing to compare it to, so you can't really notice the difference. But it's a good kind of, it eases your mind that you literally have the best console when it comes to graphics. So I gotta give credit where credit is due. Microsoft, yeah. The Xbox One X, it is the most powerful console as of right now. So let's talk about controllers. Now, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you would notice that by the way, don't judge me on this color, okay? They didn't have any black in stores, so I had to get what I had to get. So if you guys follow me on Twitter, you would already know that I posted a post saying that I like the PS4 controller more. Well, see, that was because I didn't really play on this that much. Now that I've had about 6 hours total gameplay from when I got the console, I can confidently say that the Xbox controller is comfier, right? It's not a big deal. I can still play on this no problem. It doesn't cramp my hand. It doesn't make me hurt. It's still comfortable. But this just has more curves, right? Like this part right here curves to your hand. So when you're holding it, it just feels freaking good, man. Like it feels like it's supposed to be there. The one thing I hate is this. Okay, see? Hang on. See? Look at my hands. Right? They're symmetrical, right? This thumb isn't an inch longer than this thumb, right? So, Microsoft, why? Why is this like this? Why not here? Why? That's my only gripe, really. Other than that, the triggers, they're so freaking satisfying, dude. Like I'll be in the game like waiting for a lobby to open, and I'm just doing that, just waiting for a new game to start, you know? The triggers are freaking comfortable. The bumpers, they're a little loud. Let's compare it. Okay, so maybe the noise level is the same, but these you can like they're more clicky. So I don't know. I mean, okay, yeah, no, these are definitely louder. But anyway, yeah, this is more comfortable for long gaming periods of time. But honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter for me. Oh yeah, one last thing. I don't like how this uses AA batteries. This console was $500 when it first came out. I just feel like they should have included a like a rechargeable battery pack that they sell, but you shouldn't have to buy it because you just spent $500 on this console. I mean, I didn't, but when it first came out, that's what it did. So, you know, it's not a big deal. I mean, whatever. I'll go on Amazon and buy like 100 packs of AA batteries that'll last me like years. So, whatever. So the last thing I want to talk about is the internet speeds. So the internet speeds, again, Xbox wins, no doubt about that. Sony, you need to put in a better Wi-Fi chip or Wi-Fi card antenna into the PS5 because this is embarrassing, dude. Like I'm paying for 400 megabits per second download internet, and I know I will never reach that using Wi-Fi because it's not, it's not Ethernet connected. But even on my iPhone, I'm getting like 280 to 350 megabit per second download. Meanwhile, on the Xbox One X, I'm getting about between, I've seen as high as 115 and about as low as about 70. Meanwhile, on the PS4 Pro, bro, I'm getting like steadily under 50. Sometimes even 20. So I don't know what it is. I mean, they're both hooked up to the same Wi-Fi, but downloading games is so much quicker on the Xbox. It gets you faster into that gaming experience. Again, I gotta give credit where credit is due. So guys, that is basically it. That was kind of my first impressions of the Xbox One X from a guy who is in love with PlayStation. I'm kind of glad I got the Xbox because now it kind of lets me look at things from both perspectives. I think console fanboyism is so stupid. Like, I mean, I'm pretty much calling myself stupid. I know that, but it is pretty stupid, man. At the end of the day, if you like the exclusives on the Xbox, get the Xbox. If you like the exclusives on the PlayStation, get the PlayStation. There is no fact of which console is better. It's just whichever one you like more. That's all it comes down to. And now that I actually played on the Xbox, I can definitely confirm that it's a fun gaming system to play on. More reviews are coming, so if you guys are interested, leave a like, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.